You know, oddly enough, the more I think about it, it's the spiritual, followed by the mental levels that I seem to connect with people on first. I can finally keep par emotionally, while sexually has never really been an issue. In order for me to chill with the partying, I think I need someone to take the place of the more harmful shit, like extreme amounts of random sex and hardcore drug use. I usually do drugs to shut myself up from wanting such a form of normalcy, but in my defense, my definition of normalcy isn't always on par with the general public's view. People often tell me that I'm too smart, or at least too smart for my own good. Hmm. Now that I think about it, I'm seeing four guys. Daryl finally found out about me, but he's cool with it. Only three more to go, which reminds me, OMG, I brought a guy home for the first time ever. He got along really well with my parents. It's just so different from bringing a girl home. The guy I brought home was Daryl, from the strip club. Sure, he might have not been the prize that my parents were expecting, but he was always very kind to me. He listened and I trusted him, and that's all that really mattered. My parents accepted him just fine. I was actually the one who slipped about my past. It happened while we were all eating dinner. And to think that my biggest fear was always that my parents were going to say something. But they didn't slip once. I was the jackass that did, saying something like, "It's okay now that I'm a girl."
No!
And Daryl caught wind of my words. And the weird part about it was that I actually heard Daryl hear my words. It was a very strange sensation. He said that he kind of had an idea about me all along, but was still glad that I finally told him in person. I was also beginning to understand what it meant to exist more so in one particular realm than another, or for that matter, I was becoming aware of the fact that there are different realms in which we can exist to begin with. It seems that everyone touches base individually with each. However, everyone will predominantly reside in one more than the others, and consistently project those aspects. The spiritual realm is where I find myself most comfortable, experiencing, philosophizing, learning what goes on behind the veil, learning who I was. For some, it's religion. For me, it's my views on the afterlife, death, and reincarnation, however morbid they may be. They're all based within the spiritual realm of existence. The mental realm, for example, is where Virgos reside. Their whole world is based upon logic and thought, intelligence, meeting people on a mental level, and being able to understand and make sense of things. This is where your thought processes and reasoning are. This is the realm where things need to add up in order to acquire mental peace. When I play chess with someone, it is on this plane of existence which I am connecting. For those who reside in the mental realm, first and foremost, these people need to see eye to eye with whom they are interacting before anything else can even begin to make sense. The emotional realm. This is where your feelings reside, the area from which your heart tells you what is best. It's your inner logic and reasoning, not necessarily your mechanical way of thinking. Things don't always have to make sense here, because everything just feels. This is obviously where love is, your desires, and your yearning for happiness. This realm is the least controllable and is tightly linked to the spiritual realm. Cancers reside here first and foremost. And lastly, the physical realm. My least favorite, as this is where your plastic, or your body, is trapped. It's where your primal urges are kept, impulsiveness. It's your drive to succeed in society, to make it to the top and then work to maintain that position as you grow old. This is your instinct to survive, but not to live. This is the realm in which you can easily lose yourself as the years go by while you work for an endless job and never even realize that the years are missing until they're already long gone.